Yeah, the mapping is really chaotic in a strange way. It feels more like I'm just navigating map objects that have been placed all over. It's like Beloved Rapture all over again. I'm gonna be honest with you, this music, not so good. But I like the ring menu, that's cool. Pier Solar, the first Sega Genesis game in thousands of years. We're gonna check, I've been meaning to check this game out for a long time, because hey man, people hardcore enough to develop a game for an ancient console, then you know, they must share at least some sensibilities with me, so, you know. Could be cool. I'm not sure about the remaster where it kind of looks half pixelated and half looks like Photoshop textures, but you know. So the dad's sick, which means if this is a bad game, then I'm about to go to a cave or a forest to get some herbs to cure my dad. So since this is probably a good game, that's not what's gonna happen next. Like my character, he's pretty bishonen. That's a Japanese term. The thing I always wonder about in these RPG scenarios is that if the nearby caves have miraculously curative herbs, and anytime anyone gets sick, you just feed them a couple leaves and they're good as new, then wouldn't the village have organized like an effort to go and, you know, mass herb picking expedition? Because if everybody gets together at once and they go and collect the herbs that ensure everybody's health, then when this kind of situation happens, a 14-year-old doesn't have to go into the forest alone and face the evil monsters. But I guess that would just be like the logical thing to do. I don't know how these societies work. I thought this was like a lower floor that was through this wooden door, but I guess not. There's perspective issues happening. It's okay. The Sega Genesis could only display so much stuff. That explains the art problems. Oh, she's kind of cute. She'd probably look cuter in actual pixels, though. Oof. That's a big yikes from me, bro. Oh wow, she's so moe. I like the anime scene. Man, I want to set it back to pixels because she probably looked fucking rad in pixel form. And now she just looks like kind of amateur art. And that's a real downgrade. My favorite TV makeover show, people go in as real humans, and then all the artists go on them and everything, and at the end of the show they come out in 16 bits. So why don't they like organize the city guard to go out and just get some herbs? Instead of your kid getting murdered by cave beasts. You've got a 14-year-old girl on my side. Is it his real big sister, or is it like his One-chan? I always wanted an One-chan. Make me rice balls when I'm sick. Boy, this is a lot of dialogue to establish a very simple plot point. There's absolutely nothing moving on the whole screen. Should make some flowers move around or something, or some NPCs. Give it a sense of life in this village, and not just, oh, there's someone moving. Oh, that's better. What's HD plus? Oh, it's even more HD. I'm not sure if this looks better. To be honest, I actually thought no question this was going to be better, but I'm not too sure. It's okay, whatever. Okay. We are getting somewhere now. Wow, that's a really bad menu noise. Okay, it's cool. We're gonna get some cave herbs, and Dad's gonna be fine, and it's gonna be great. Why is it going right when I'm pressing up? That's not what up is. I guess they just kind of it just assumes which way you want to go. Yeah, I can tell the soundtrack to this game was made by someone who's kind of doesn't understand composition too well. It's kind of too bad, because like one of the great things about 16-bit games was the killer music in them for the most part. And if you're gonna make an old style game and you don't have rockin' tunes, then it's kind of half the point of the whole endeavor is put to waste. Oh boy, there's liches in there. The first cave is supposed to have like rabbits and stuff. Liches are for much later, so maybe this is gonna like totally throw expectations out the window, right? You think it's gonna be the standard, cave that's perfectly calibrated for a 14-year-old with a bow and arrow, but it's actually gonna have the worst of demons. I guess Breath of Fire 2 did that. So, guys, really going to town on that roof. I can't tell if is that a jail cell? Okay, whatever. Sick monocle, dude. Okay. He doesn't talk to peasants like me. We equipped the bow. He doesn't even have a weapon, man. Who is this kid who thinks he can go to the herb cave without even having a weapon? Get the fuck out of my way, old man. Oh, okay, that wasn't... I thought that was like some bad NPC pathing. Damn. Oh, of course, her dad is a total prick. It's really gonna get in the way of my romantic advances. Look at what a cute anime girl she is. I'm already in love with this game. Wow, that's one way to put it. He's been dying for a week and you only just now are going to the herb cave. I'm sorry though, the term herb cave is too funny to me. I can't. If I walk into the dungeon and it just says herb cave at the top, it's game of the year. Are these like refrigerators? How are they powering them? Do they have ice in there? Why can't I hear that inside the house? You would expect to be able to hear loud pounding. The old man would be really angry about it. He'd be talking about how these immigrants can't even get the job done. You know, he looked like kind of a racist. I don't know if I should buy this or get... this seems like the kind of game where enemies are just gonna waste you if you don't buy armor, but you know what? I'm gonna live dangerously. I guess this world has a higher technology than I expected. Of course, the girl has a healing spell, because females are just healers naturally. I'm tired of these stereotypes. I want to see some Nina Windia female characters. The black mage who just wastes everybody, and the big muscle man who heals. So we're not even 10 minutes in, and the misogyny is just off the charts with this game. I'm not sure if I can, in good conscience, continue to play it. Maybe it's like a commentary on the gender role conditioning of rural towns, and basically the oppressive, suffocating realities of provincial life. But you know, we'll have to see these themes develop further as we get past the herb cave. Wait, why is the underside of this bench look so weird? It looks like magic gems that I could collect. I don't understand. I don't understand what I'm looking at. Yeah, the graphics in this are really muddy. And it's not like that because it's the Genesis. It's like that because the art is... Actually, these blue tiles with the rust look really cool. I think, you know, some of these assets don't look so bad, but like this tree is just like a fucking abomination. Like what? This is like one of those $25 salads that a lawyer gets on his lunch to feel as if he is living a high-class lifestyle, and then they put it on a tree stump. That's what this is their tree graphic. Is there an armor shop? Because I'm probably gonna need the leather armor or something so I can survive the herb cave. This guy looks cool. I bet he has a band. Oh, that's cool. It tells you what you have to do. Is this our third friend? It's always two dudes and a girl. I would, you know, they should have two girls and a dude. Look at this guy. This guy knows what's up. He's got that, you know, necktie thing. He's, this is our rich, high-class friend who's a little bit embarrassed that we hang around. They're really taking the narrative time to build up this herb cave as a serious threat. I really don't think that we're gonna make it out alive. We should probably just let his father die. The cute inventor kid with his own little cute machine, and it probably helps him in combat too. They really know how to write these JRPGs. That's gonna stick in your head for the rest of your life. It's gonna be a constant companion. When you're alone in the darkness, you will always remember the Pier Solar Town song, and it will give you hope at a time when all is lost. These guys are really clowning around when his father has literally, by their own words, been dying for an entire week. It's making jokes about chores. I guess it's good to keep a, you know, positive mood in a dark time. Yeah, you're about to rest forever, man. Boy, that radar sound effect was a great idea, because people love to hear repetitive noises. This looks different than I expected it to. It's kind of neat, I guess. So is there an armor shop or not? Because I've been spending a lot of time in this opening town, and I feel like my YouTube viewers are starting to get a little bit anxious to see some fucking killer action. So you can stone your fiends. Okay. Why don't these guys go to the herb cave? You know? I'm sure we won't be attacked in the next 20 minutes. Like this guy says, they're not even doing anything. It's the government's job to protect the people, and that means herbs. Should I be... Well, there's no cave on the map. Wow, that is one loud seagull noise. I highly doubt those sound effects were possible on the Sega Genesis. I really think I'm being swindled here. They're so loud, it's drowning out the music. I like the bird carrying the fish around, that's cool. Yeah, I guess everybody's having a good time except me. Why do the fish just jump up here? That's really strange. I might push you into the sea though, kid, if you don't get out of my way. Some intense seagull sound effects. I'm not sure what that was about. The headquarters of what? Hey, treasures. I'm glad I came here. That's gonna make all the difference in the herb cave. Who has the worst defense? I usually give my armor to the person with the worst defense, or better yet, the person with the heal skill. Yeah, wait, where's my girlfriend? Oh, it's only for dudes. Like a girl... Is a 16-year-old boy really gonna be that much stronger than a 16-year-old girl? Like to the point where she can't even wear the iron armor? Armor with a U? Is this developed by some, like, French Canadians or something? No wonder it's so racist. I wonder how many people played this game and then completed it. That would be really interesting to hear, because I think it got a pretty significant amount of backers, but yeah, I don't know. I feel like the potential fan base for SNES RPGs is probably pretty huge. There's a lot of love for that. I mean, every single fucking person wants to make the next Chrono Trigger. But like, there's not as many really well thought of Sega Genesis RPGs. I mean, you have your 3 or 4 Phantasy Star fans out there, and wait, what's going on? Oh, cool! This soldier's gonna help us. Wait, why is your home at the headquarters? I thought this was the headquarters, not your house, dude. Is this a joke about RPGs? Yeah, we're really playing the joke out a little bit too much here. Yeah, this is the kind of thing where you can tell the writers are being extremely self-indulgent and they're really in love with their own dialogue. And it's just not very good and extremely excessive. It's like the point behind the scene was made 50 dialogue boxes ago and they just keep on going. Yeah, okay, see you again never. Wait, why is there a weapon shop sign on this prison? It's really confusing. I'm not sure what's happening in this video game. It's kind of funny how the logo when you start the game is like a guy chomping down on a watermelon, and the graphic of that looks better than this entire game combined. Not sure what's happening. Maybe they hired like Fool or someone to make the watermelon guy. Oh boy, watermelon quest. I really don't want to do this. Oh no, I never consented to do that. All I can do is exit the title screen. It's real tempting right about now. I can tell you that. I have no idea what is happening right now. Maybe an hour or two into the game we'll finally get to the Herb Cave. It's one thing to want to make a Sega Genesis RPG, but it's like another thing to like make it look bad on purpose. Restores some MP, cool. That's gonna be the clutch difference when I'm facing the Herb Cave boss and I need some MP just to get some extra healing in. And I'm gonna be like, wow, I can't believe I picked up that tonic and really pulled it out of the fire there when things were looking grim. I'm sure there's some pretty bad RPGs on the Sega Genesis, but that doesn't mean that you have to like make a really bad gameplay and scenario. That's really boring. Maybe that's part of the simulation though. So do I go to Raja Forest or regular forest? Because I don't really know. Let's try regular forest. Hey, I should look at my stats so I know who's good. Okay, that clarified nothing. Look at this guy. Okay, that was... So they acknowledge that the dialogue is overlong and overwritten, and then they just continue doing it anyway. Don't throw your players into mini-games without some kind of consent. Like when you talk to a dude and it just like ambushes you with an entire minigame, it's like extremely inconsiderate. The music in this game, it's definitely made out of sounds that vibrate in the air. I can hear it, and there appear to be notes, and there is some kind of bass line and some kind of melody. That's what I can tell you about the music so far. Okay, we're going to Raja Forest. This is where the true Demon Souls begins. Oh, random battles. Great. 4 dudes. Finally, some killer action. We're finally gonna see what Pure Solar's all about. Battle system looks a little bit like Lunar, actually. fireball spells, but he can only use it once before he runs out of MP. So that's gonna be cool. If this is a true old RPG from the Sega Genesis, then I'm sure it's gonna be a real rough penalty to bring her back. Oh, that's interesting. She revives with 1 health. I really wasn't expecting that kind of leniency. Why is it so slow? Oh my god. Why doesn't it just say miss, you know? Was the monster confused that I even tried to do something so stupid as to attack it from the ground? Is that what that... these enemies are pretty ruthless in their targeting. I don't know. Oh, he's immune to that too. I guess he's just immune to everything. Yeah, like I can't tell if that was a scripted miss or a regular. I guess that was just a regular miss. Probably help if when you missed it used a more descriptive language, like if it wrote the word miss on the screen. I don't know. See, this is a problem because I can't... Why do you have to wait for it to show the HP of the person that you're healing? I don't understand. Okay, whatever. I need to see this herb cave. It's been built up so much I can't even quit until I see it. So we have a party with like 1 character with ranged attacks, and all of the enemy parties are like 3 flying enemies. So that's not irritating at all. That's a great way to start out your first dungeon. It's okay. 30 damage is a lot. I should probably take out the big creepy looking dudes first. Avocado blast. Wow. The true technique of the millennial. Yeah, I'm in the forest, bro. I guess they forgot to update that text. Is that the item that I bought in the store? Because I'm gonna be mad. Yeah, it is. Oh, yeah. Yeah, check out that error sound. That's beautiful. I do like how the monsters only take 1 hit for the most part to destroy, so it's not like the battles are even particularly long. If you're gonna have battles with absolutely 0 like intellectual engagement or tactics, then, you know, at least make them short. That's what I always say. Yeah, this music really gets you ready to kick some ass. It's gonna take out some slimes. Oh, I saw that hidden chest. You can't fool me, I'm an RPG expert. Okay. I think I've gotten 100% chest collection rate, so the herb cave is really not going to be a problem for me. I wonder what the screen looks like if I put it into HD mode. Wait, is it really dark? Why would they make it dark in the HD, but it's light in the like, they made it hard to see for no reason. It's so strange. Like, it's just advantageous gameplay-wise to put it on 16-bit so you can see where you're going. It's a really bizarre decision. The greatest thing about random battles is that you never know when they're gonna strike. It keeps your video game unpredictable. Like, no 2 playthroughs are the same. I guess I was supposed to guess that that was the exit. Both of these locations are just named Forest. I think this game would be like 400% better if it had good music, because I could just like jam out to some cool tunes and really just let the, you know, gameplay and the dialogue just wash over me. I thought the herbs were in a cave. What's happening? I need to... I was in the forest, dude, and it left me left me with nowhere to go. Random battles are cool because when you fought the same 2 guys 700 million times, there's really no telling if you're gonna come out victorious on the 7,064th time. So there's always that kind of tension, like, you know, maybe this is the time I don't come back from battle. Maybe this is the time I said goodbye to my wife and kids, and they're really not gonna see me again this time. just like real life. That was a real tactical error. I didn't use the attack on the flying enemy like it wants me to do. Looks like the big evil crab has some real HP. It's kind of weird because with a game of this style, it's like, I think one of the selling points would be that it has really brutal and grueling random battles in terms of difficulty. So you have to seek out every last piece of armor and stuff that you can possibly find. And then the enemies do tons of damage to you. But these random battles are all kind of the same, and they all mostly die before the enemies even get to attack. So it's like kind of lacking the nostalgic appeal, at least on the basis of how hard something like Dragon Quest 1 used to be. I guess the real sell for this game is the charming dialogue. I thought I already went this way. Like, what's happening? Okay. It's kind of strange that they structured the dungeon so that you could very easily accidentally go left instead of north and just like waste a whole bunch of time and then be confused. That's some innovative design. Got a random advantage, which just means that the enemies will never be able to do anything to me. I feel like his dad's just gonna be dead by the time we get back because this is taking so long. That would be a cool plot twist though. I guess they have magic that they're imbuing into the weapons, which seems like pretty impressive for a 13-year-old to be able to do. There's really no indication of like magical academies or any kind of training in the runic arts back in their town, which is really just a place that farms watermelons. Is watermelon farming like a really productive use of agricultural space and labor? Because I feel like watermelons don't actually have that much nutritional value, especially as compared to something like apples or like, I don't know, wheat is a pretty good one for a wide variety of foodstuffs that could keep a lot of people alive in the hard medieval winters. I really hope to learn more about the sociology of Pier Solar. I actually really like the name Pier Solar. That's a cool title. I would like to learn more about the titular Pier Solar. It's just too bad with a lot of these RPGs, you have to play them for like 70 hours before you get to see any of the cool concepts in them. I guess RPG developers, they don't want their audiences to experience cool and interesting concepts. You have to pay the price. You have to first invest dozens of hours of drudgery in completely boring things like farms and caves before you get to see something cool like a Pier Solar, whatever that is. It sounds cool though. Yeah. Fuck up these guys that we've already been fighting for the entire forest dungeon. You know, they said there was liches in this cave and stuff, but it's really not too threatening so far. I hope something really cool and some really good game design happens where it's just a pushover until we reach the boss and then he just kills us all in one move because I didn't level enough times. And then it just hard reloads for my last save. Really hoping for that. But I need to see the outcome of this gripping dad herb storyline, or else I won't be able to rest easy if I just quit the game here. So I've got to see this through. It's a real page turner in that way. I wonder if the inside of this cave is also like unseeably dark in HD. Yup. That's wait, this sounds like an almost completely different song. It's interesting that they went to the effort of, you know, remaking all the graphics and music, or at least putting them through like 2x sci filters. Because, you know, they didn't have to do that. People funded this game because they wanted a Mega Drive game, not because they wanted like bad Zeboid graphics game, you know? I don't understand that, but I guess they thought it was a good way to sell it on PC or something. Maybe it was a stretch goal. They look identical. Do you think that this storyline was inspired by the Star Ocean 2 Herb Cave? I forgot about that. That's the real Herb Cave. Perhaps the greatest herb cave of all time. Wasn't that called Lingua? That looks like a frog. That is a frog. Yeah, you're never gonna... If you're getting into the herb cave game, you're really gonna have to go the extra mile to top the Star Ocean 2 herb cave. I feel like I've said the words herb cave more in the last half an hour than anybody ever has on this planet. Except for game FAQs writers for Star Ocean 2. Oh shit, I should have taken out the big one, because he does 30 damage. I don't think any monster has actually damaged me in like 30 minutes though. They really hyped up this place as like some kind of hellscape that was, you know, completely inescapable and filled to the brim with murderous demons, and I'm really not seeing it, so it's better deliver pretty fast or I'm gonna be pretty disappointed. That was a save point, so maybe I should heal. Just wait for 5 seconds until the actual health bar comes up for no reason. Cool, now we're ready for everything, anything. Everything and anything. Oh, that's interesting, the water droplets. Whoa, dude. What is this place? Murai. Hey, Matt, could you imagine doing voice acting for games? I can't. On not real voice acting, but on YouTube. Wow, that's kind of horrifying. What is that thing, man? Well, I haven't stolen from you, I was actually just asking for them. This guy's like the herb 1%. He just wants all the herbs. Okay, this better be like the hardest fight I've ever experienced in an RPG, or else this game is a complete fraud. Check out that avocado blast, but only after I defeat the ads first. Actually, I'll do it right now. The other two can handle it. His boss theme is actually kind of like Mega Man X. Best song in the game so far. Wow, look at that avocado. 59 damage. I don't understand why that... Is that like a joke or something? I don't... Why is that his special move? That's really cool how the sound effects are 17,000 times louder than the music. You'd think that somebody would have caught that in playtesting and just adjusted the value in the code, which would have taken like 1 second, but I guess not. Yeah, I'm worried that he could potentially take her out in one move, because if he did 87 to my dude, she's probably like weak because she's a girl, and girls are weak and useless. So, probably just throw her a herb so that she doesn't just die. I should check to see how much damage the slimes do. So maybe I'm wasting my turns. Actually, oh, he's just gonna keep spawning them. Okay. If there's 4 of them and it does 60 damage per round, that's really only just like having a second enemy in the battle. Might just be best to ignore them. That depends if I can out DPS the boss though. Does that mean he can't use that until he gathers? I guess we'll find out. I guess a boss fight is not the best time to be experimenting, but... Oh, it looks like he's just gonna bring in unlimited amounts of slimes. So, this could... this could get pretty bad. Why does he need to use magic to throw avocados? Like, what school of magic is that? I feel like the music is actually better. in the high def version. I'm not sure. Maybe the composer just like increased in skill in the time between he wrote the two versions. It's very much possible. Fucking wrecked. Jesus, I didn't expect it to be that good. Yeah, this is actually, this resembles a piece of music. So, props on the improvement there. And then it plays a Mega Drive version of the Victory song. It's very inconsistent. Oh cool, achievements, just like they had on the Mega Drive. So everybody was talking about, like, everybody was talking up what a nightmare cave this was, and people whose age range is like an average of 14.5 just walked in here and wasted everybody with no more than a scraped knee. Nobody's as powerful as us. I wonder if being able to use magic is something that's unusual in this world, because if these, it was completely uncommented on, you know? They didn't say anything about them having any special abilities or anything like that, so I'm not sure if everybody can throw fireballs and stuff. It's also strange that his whole thing is being a mechanic and building a helper robot, but he launches millions of fireballs from the sky, which annihilate all of his enemies. Not really, I don't understand this character's theme. He's like a genius and gifted with immense destructive magic, and he's only 13 years old. Talk about an early achiever. Garden. I hope there's no random battles in here. I feel like I've earned some respite. I like these stairs, that's cool. You don't usually see that in games. They're usually very up and down stairs, but that's a really nice graphical touch there. That's cool, they drew a little set piece to make this moment feel a little bit more special. Maybe this is where they discovered what the Pier Solar is. I would actually be impressed if the plot moved along quickly enough that the kind of first quest they go on is the thing that really accidentally delivers the call to action, or the real inciting event for the plot that tells them that there's kind of a much larger and more interesting world beyond what they know, instead of like 17 more cave dungeons. Cool. My dad is as good as saved. It's probably her mother or something like that. Her mom is the Pier Solar. Cute anime dialogue. It's supposed to endear you to the characters, but like the writing is actually not that strong, so it's kind of just like, you know. If you really want to endear your characters to an audience, you should really study Suikoden. You really fall in love with all of those characters super fast. It's really something worth analyzing, like no matter what kind of writer you are. Some goofy language. Look at this little bigot. So she's 16 and she knows water and healing magic. She's skilled at archery and she knows ancient languages. I like the little pan flute parts in this song. Yeah, I really surprised to make this recommendation, but if you play this game, you should put it on the HD music, because, oh boy, that FM stuff was pretty rough. You old people. Please don't make me walk all the way back through the cave. Awesome, dude. That's some advanced game design. They know not to make you walk back. Oh, he's dead, isn't he? Not only did I not save him, I also missed his final moments. Oh, she loves it. Whoa, dude, look at his eyes. He's not sick, he's just experimenting with punk eyeliner. I kinda like the characters, at least visually. They're kinda cute and they seem, you know, pretty innocent, and they don't have that kind of like bad cynicism and stuff like that. So they did a good job making those kind of, you know, fresh-faced JRPG characters who are really pure of spirit, and I think that's cool. They didn't make them say memes or anything hideous like that, so real props to them for that. There is a certain aesthetic and spirit and tone to this game that, you know, it is actually pretty true to the whole, you know, early 90s, I think, Lunar type stuff. You know, not as charming as Lunar, because that was made by experts in stuff like that, but, you know, I feel like the heart of this game was in the right place, and the design was actually not as infuriatingly bad as I thought it might be, and that I'd actually heard it was. I think like the only YouTube video about this game that exists is pretty unkind to it, saying basically it was a complete disaster in terms of like battles and stuff like that, but it, you know, it wasn't good, but it wasn't painful either. I was really expecting some pretty unreasonable stuff to go down, but it wasn't like that. The graphics are kind of messy. Oh, additional composing. So I think what happened was probably that initial town song and some of those ones that sounded really inept, like the person didn't know what they were doing and were just putting notes into a kind of score editor or something like that, or a piano roll. That was probably the creator of the whole game when he was making it by himself, and then he probably got kind of attached to those songs, and he insisted they be left in even when he got a real composer. Probably explains the real quality difference between the earlier stuff and that kind of plant sanctuary song and the crab boss battle, which were both significantly better. Looks like Dad is saved. But what's the next step in this killer plot? Will the Pier Solar reveal itself? All of these questions and more will be answered soon. Will Dad ever stop wearing purple eyeshadow?